And we went through a couple months of just trying to figure out or come to consensus on how many members from each city should sit on this board. And in the end, they decided 2 from each city. They weren't really interested in having an odd number, so that the idea is that whatever they do, they should pretty well be in consensus to make decisions to serve the entire region. So we went through this process and ended up with a resolution to present to the 3 cities to form the Tri-City Utilities Authority. Now, this is a utility authority. It's a nonprofit corporation is what was formed. It's gone through, been cleared through the Secretary of State and filed in Harlan with the court system, as any corporation would have to do. Now, to give you an analogy of what kind of what this is, if you think of your school system, school board, when they go to construct a new school, they form basically a building corporation, and those school board members serve on the board of that building corporation as well. And it's that corporation that is able to borrow money and do the construction. So what we have formed here would be comparable to that. So by doing this, it kind of levels the playing field as far as the 3 cities' involvement. Now, I said earlier there was 2 areas where the city does have is able to exert some amount of authority over this board. The first area, of course, is through the board member appointments. The second area is in order for the Tri-City Authority to borrow money, they have to come back to the City Council for approval. Now, let's say that the council approves for the authority to borrow money. The city itself is not liable for that debt. So it, being in that corporate shell, insulates the city from that liability as well. So as far as the getting to the resolution, I believe yours was in September, you recall? Yeah, I think it was passed by this council in September. Maybe Lynch
was the previous council.
Previous council, yeah, I'm sorry, I say this council, but previous council, September. I believe Lynch might have been at the same month, and Benham was December. November, December. I know it was right after the election that theirs was passed. So since that time, some of you folks have been elected, are brand new to this. Your January, Mayor Hatfield, you have to keep me straight on this. Was the January meeting or that passed the resolution for the grant?
It was January 18th.
January meeting. Okay, so pass a resolution to accept the grant and also to assign the grant to the utility authority. And with that would go towards releasing the money to come to the new authority to be spent on procuring an engineer and doing design work in order to interconnect the 3 cities, and also use some of that money to make some immediate repairs that need to be made in all 3 systems. So that's where we stand today.
Okay, questions. I have questions.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, this a commission, is it a commission?
Well, it's not a commission. It's a corporation, yes.
It's corporation.
There's a pretty good list of organizational structures under the Kentucky Revised Statutes that utilities can organize. So and each has their pros and cons. Some of them would not work at all in this situation, such as the city, you couldn't form a water district, for example. That has to be the county government.
Okay, this corporation would hire only local people.
Hire whoever they want to.
I mean, let's put it this way. It would be local employees if they're qualified.
Yes,
I
actually,
mean, you know, in other words, we don't take a chance on losing any employee we have now.
yes, that's the idea, is to
Probably
take
get
all the
more
current employees.
because this facility is gonna be run 24/7, right?
Hopefully not.
I
As
thought
far
it
as the,
was.
no,
I had a misconception
no,
about
no,
that.
we'll
Okay.
be clear on everything.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm
When you say run 24 hours, I think more operationally, as far as like
That's what-
the treatment plants and
Yeah,
such.
but it's not gonna be
Hopefully-
maintained 24, somebody's not gonna be there 24, it's
no,
not
there'll
gonna
be-
require more.
No, there'll be people there.
Okay,
What I'm
that's what I
saying
wanna know.
is hopefully the water treatment plant